yes, I probably lowered it just a little bit too much. No, the splitter didn't hit. Yes, the tie downs did. But after looking at it a little closer, I'm thinking there might have been just a little more contact than I thought. Welcome back to Budget Outlaws. Alright, so more action video in just a minute. But before we get to that, we have to fix what we broke in the last video. So let's get to it. Well, yes, indeed, it was the stub axles. So we're going to fix actually both of them. Okay, so we changed the one, a broken one out already. So there was the broken one. And I bought two, thinking that there might be a problem, and there actually is, because right there you can see it. It's twisted just like this one was. And it was not long for this world. So I didn't show you the fact that this is a little different. The inner one uses 6 bolts. The outer one uses 4 bolts and 2 pins, which actually is probably just as strong, if not stronger, because the pins fit very tight. And as long as these bolts are tight, that's just the same amount of cross force. So that is back in. I will get a torque wrench or breaker bar on those when I get it back in the car, and that will be very shortly. So let's start them really slow, so make sure I got it threaded. There's the seats for both wastegates. Okay, so I removed the seats out of the wastegates to bleed off as much exhaust pressure and reduce the boost as much as possible. And we'll see how that works. So, I think we're good to go for the weekend. And we'll see how it does. Just in case you're new to the channel, this is what we're working with. It's a 74 Porsche 914 with LS6 conversion, and then we've added a turbo to it. So let's have some fun.
Okay, so who won XP? Well, on paper, I did. I'll probably get a $1.98 trophy. But earlier in the day, Chad and I decided that we would toss out the bad lap where he had to stop on track. And my worst lap, still to be determined, and see where we stood. So Chad has this very outlawed 72 Dodge Charger. And I've been meaning to do a video on it, but he keeps changing it.
It was just in my blood. My earliest memories of me in the backyard with Matchbox cars, pouring gas on them and lighting on fire.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah. I don't think Mom ever really knew about that.
Okay, well, that's my excuse, but it's a great outlaw. Anyways, we always go back and forth, him winning sometimes and me winning sometimes, or at least between the two of us. And his extremely light Dodge Charger and my very porky 914 were only a few pounds apart. Well, maybe a few 100 pounds apart. And this year we're finally in the same group, XP. Well, Chad ran one of the first groups, and I run in the last group. So we're working out the details well after the fact. And actually, it took me about 2 hours to do the time math. Does anyone know of a good time math calculator that goes to the thousandths digit? Anyways, here's my spreadsheet. You can try and work it out if you want to freeze frame it, but trust me, it's right. Well, Chad, you won by 26 thousandths of a second. Yeah, we are close. Anyways, I'm keeping the $1.98 trophy. I know if I would have run it in both first and second, that I could have made up the difference easily. And when I bottomed out down the middle straight, I flew well long. I'll stop. What could have been. Anyways, it was a fun weekend as always, and this time my car ran the whole time. It was only a tiny bit of smoke coming off the track, otherwise it was perfect. Well, if you're still watching and your name's not Chad, thanks a bunch for staying with us. And if your name is Chad, congrats, but I'm going to get you next time.